Are small YouTubers just bad at storytelling? When you find a great new YouTube channel, it feels like you just found a TV show you want to binge, but also like you just found a new friend that you want to hang out with on a regular basis. YouTube combines those two things really well, that TV show element with that friendship element. I think a lot of small YouTubers, they're really comfortable creating that hang out with a friend feeling, but they're not as comfortable thinking about their channel like a TV show. How can I make this story make sense to an audience? How can I tell my story in a way that's clear, concise, and compelling? Today I want to break down the core ingredients you should be amplifying in your content if you want to make your story clear. And I also want to give you some practical examples of what that looks like, and not an example from giant mega YouTuber. I want to give you one of the best examples I've ever seen in small YouTuber land from a channel called Q Makes It Happen.
The fact that I subscribed after watching one video and understood your channel after one video, that's very uncommon.
As always, today's a fun one, today's a big one, so if you're ready, buckle up, let's get into it. For those of you I haven't met yet, I'm Eric Wen, and on this channel we talk about communication and self-awareness. I want to help you think about what you say and how you say it so that you can make a better impact. So first things first, in today's video when I talk about story, we're not talking about do your individual videos have stories. We're talking about, is there a story going on with your channel that's bigger than any individual video? You see, on YouTube, you're shouting in a crowded marketplace. It doesn't work to just share a story or a one-time adventure. If you want your YouTube channel to stand out above the noise, you have to be able to craft your content to create a bigger story that people want to tune into regularly, like a TV show with episodes in a season. Now, don't freak out. Just because we're trying to create a TV show feeling doesn't mean you have to have a super highly produced format and style and plan for your content. Instead, let's focus on the emotional investment you get from an awesome TV show, where you're so invested in the characters and what's gonna happen that you naturally tune in every single week, eager to see what happens next in the story. If you want to do this with your YouTube channel, you want to craft a storyline with your content that has these three ingredients: mission, values, and stakes. Is your mission clear on your channel? It could be multiple goals, aspirations, but ask yourself honestly, does my audience know very clearly what I'm working towards, what I'm fighting for? 2, how well are you communicating your core values? In every story, you want a hero to root for, or at least a main character that you understand. What's fueling your passion? Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Are you sure your audience is able to see those things really clearly? And lastly, you want to communicate to your audience what's at stake. Why is this particular struggle interesting, meaningful, relevant to them? Stakes need to be there so that they actually care about the ending of your story. Okay, hold that thought. Keep those 3 things in your head. Now let's see it in action.
I go by the name of Q. If you're unfamiliar, if you are familiar, shout out to you. Welcome back to the channel.
Q Makes It Happen is a small YouTuber documenting his journey towards financial freedom and changing the trajectory of his life.
I have a goal for 2020 to pay off the remaining balance on my loan, but I still don't know how I'm gonna do it.
His storytelling is simple but powerful. After watching just one of his videos, I found myself automatically subscribing, but more importantly, emotionally invested in who is this guy? What is he about? And what's gonna happen to him?
Once I don't have a loan at all, oh my God, y'all know what I'm doing.
And it seems like I'm not the only one caught up in Q's story. If you look at the chatter, the engagement, the excitement building around Q's journey, you can see there's something special going on here. And this is all because of how well Q highlights his real, authentic story. Every single video on his channel communicates super powerfully what his mission is, what his core values are, and the stakes that he's feeling, that he's wrestling with as he battles towards his goal.
This is literally all my clothes here.
I quit another job.
She completely changed my life. I gotta do this for her.
Every single video on his channel, you feel his mission, his values, the stakes. How can that not be compelling?
I'm not even gonna lie, it's a little nerve-wracking because I'm literally paying for my freedom right now. I'm paying to be born again.
Every single day, Q picks up every coin he can find and puts it towards the debt he's been working on for the past 4 years. He talks about his new daughter and how she fuels his passion to rewrite the trajectory of his life. One video that really caught my attention was when he was giving on a budget.
Gratitude is high on my list of core values, but there's no excuse in the world that I can make. Like, I could, but I refuse to, basically.
Even though you could tell he didn't have much to give, you could tell he really sincerely wanted to do good, and he was willing to think creatively about how he can give back.
The problem is going to be the problem no matter what, but you got to figure out how to...
Who you're gonna be.
Yeah, man.
Every video shares his progress paying off his student loan debts, providing for his family, changing the trajectory of his life to something healthy he couldn't have imagined a couple years ago.
You can make it happen, you can make it happen. And that's a fact. Like,
So
I truly believe that. If you was to look up fuck up in the dictionary, you see my name with a picture of my face there. I couldn't do shit right. And then when I finally got it together, I'm like, gee, if I could do this, like, there's not a person walking this planet that can't do something.
Great stories need a worthy hero and a worthy challenge. A challenge that's a dragon to slay, something to battle against, a struggle, something that's daunting and intimidating and defeating.
And 50 Cent now. Where I'm gonna come up with that? Where, like, $2,000+ per month.
But you also need a hero, someone to root for, where you understand where they're coming from, what's at stake.
My daughter was just born November 10th. A switch went off. I gotta do this for her.
Why they specifically need to fight this dragon. There's no turning back. And then you care about the conflict. What's gonna happen? What is this going to do to our hero? Is he going to survive? What's the aftermath of this conflict going to be? This is why it doesn't work to just say, if you want to see more awesome content like this, subscribe and, you know, something exciting is gonna happen next video. No, if you want people to tune in regularly to your content, they need to understand the mission, they need to understand what your values are, and they need to feel the stakes.
If it was so easy to just game and like type in certain words with your YouTube channel for it to blow up, everyone would be doing it. Like, there's a lot of people who are great at SEO, but their videos have like 30 views. It's not about SEO, it's about telling your story in a way that's really, really compelling.
When you're presenting the stakes of your story, the dragon that you're fighting against, point out to your audience how you're an underdog. The areas where you're not sure how you're gonna figure it out. The areas where you're exploring a new identity and you have no idea what's going to happen. Even if you don't have an obvious challenge or burden like Q does, you can do this too. It doesn't matter if you're an expert or super successful or a millionaire. Every single person has a struggle, a quest, a new identity they're exploring or wrestling with. Highlight that adventure. Highlight the quest you're on. Highlight your real life story.
Humility goes a long way too. Like, we share things that most people would be too cool to share or too ashamed to share. Like, I have a video pretty much letting people know that I was a janitor. He was a janitor right alongside of me, but he wouldn't tell people in real life like what he did for work because he was ashamed. And it's like, I get it. Nobody really wants to be a janitor. That's why I left the job, but it was just temporary for that moment in time. It was paying your bills, so why be ashamed of it?
Don't be scared to show your process. Just because you're sharing your vulnerabilities or confusion doesn't make you weak. Now, notice how Q's channel doesn't include a lot of stuff. You're not seeing him talk about philosophy or funny stories from work. Q features things that communicate his mission, his values, and what's at stake. And he doesn't create any content that confuses or distracts from his mission, his values, and what's at stake. These choices of what to include and not include doesn't make him fake. It's not like he's manipulating, manufacturing a story so that you care about him. It's his real life story. But he understands that you're a stranger coming to his channel and he wants to make his story clear. One great example of this is the money jar that's often in Q's videos.
The one lady was like, you know what, Q, you should actually keep that in your set. Some of us know you from this coin jar video, and I'm like, damn, like, you're right. I'm gonna, from now on, it just sits there right beside me on top of my 3 favorite self-help books, and that's like that's my set. This is what I bring. That's what I bring.
That's
I read
real,
a lot of books.
you
I
know?
read a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's literally my reality. So I try to show that, and hopefully like people pick up on it.
Notice how he said set. He is presenting. It wasn't accidentally there. You can tweak your presentation without sacrificing your authenticity. Especially small YouTubers, I encourage you to rethink how you present yourself. Your presentation affects your storytelling. Are there distracting, confusing things going on with your channel? Are you presenting yourself in a way that communicates your mission, your values, and what's at stake well? Storytelling is really awesome because it's something we all can do, and it's undeniably powerful.
Wait, you're doing all of it on your phone?
Yeah.
Your YouTube channel is created all from your phone?
Yeah, everything from the editing to the recording to the
Oh
sound,
my
to the
gosh,
song.
dude. What
I don't do anything.
If Q can make it happen, you can make it happen too. Create a bigger story with your content that's clear, compelling, and concise. And I promise you that attention, that chatter you're looking for, it's a lot more possible than you think.
For one, your voice is like, it's got some bass to it to the point where you don't even have to yell. People still hear you no matter what. I'm like, damn, right. And that whole smoothie breakdown was sick. That shit was sick. I'm like, this man just went Jamba Juice on us.
If you want more specifics, tactics on how to share your authentic story on YouTube, you should click this video right here. And if you want help rethinking how to stand out as a small YouTuber on this platform, you should click this video right here. You are the change maker of your own life. Let's think more deeply. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. Bye.
I actually said that in the meeting, like, don't underestimate the power of the internet. Tell me how many people you picked up off of Tinder and then tell me the internet. Like, come on, you gotta be logical. Like, this shit don't connect people. This connects people.